You know that feeling, right? That weird sense that you're just going through the motions, almost like you're an actor in a play, but you don't remember learning the lines. It's that quiet hum of the everyday, a rhythm so steady we barely even notice it's there.
It all starts with that alarm clock, that first little act of obedience in a long, automatic chain of things we just do. And then the rest just unfolds. The commute, the work, the eating, the sleeping. We tell ourselves this has to be leading somewhere, right? We have faith in all this forward motion. But then, one day, maybe on a Tuesday, for no reason at all, the whole machine just screeches to a halt. And in that sudden, shocking silence, one simple, tiny, devastating question bubbles up. Why? Why am I doing this? Why this commute, this job, this routine? In that exact moment, the whole set we call our life just falls apart. It's what the philosopher Albert Camus meant when he said, the stage scenery collapses.
That feeling of being a total stranger in your own life, that sudden crushing weight of pointlessness, if you've ever felt that, you're not alone. You've just had your first real encounter with what Camus called the absurd.
But here's where Camus flips the script. Instead of giving us a pill to make that feeling go away, he tells us to lean into it. He says that terrifying moment isn't a problem to be solved, it's the very beginning of being truly awake.
So, what is the absurd, really? Well, for Camus, it's not something you can point to, it's not a mood, and it's not the state of the world itself. It's actually a collision, a permanent, unsolvable clash between two massive opposing forces.
And this slide right here just nails that collision. On one side, that's us, the human heart. We are absolutely desperate for meaning, for clarity, for justice. We scream out into the cosmos, asking for a reason, any reason. And on the other side, the universe. It's vast, it's cold, and it is completely, utterly silent.
So, the absurd is born right there, in that tension. It's the gap between what we demand from life and what life is willing to give us. It's that standoff between our soul's desperate plea and the world's silent, unblinking stare. So when this realization hits you that the universe is never going to answer back, what are you supposed to do? Well, for most people, the first instinct is to find an escape hatch, to find a way out. And that, right there, is the trap. Camus had a pretty chilling name for this trap. He called it philosophical suicide. Now, this has nothing to do with ending your physical life. It's about killing your own reason, your own clear-sightedness, just to escape the terror of the absurd. It's the ultimate cop-out.
And we see this escape everywhere, right? Maybe it's taking a leap of faith into some kind of grand, divine plan. Or maybe it's convincing ourselves that humanity is marching towards a perfect utopia someday. But most of the time, it's just sacrificing the only thing we actually have, right now, this present moment, for some imaginary future that may never even happen. We're trading reality for a comforting story.
And to all of this, to every single one of those comforting escapes, Camus has a simple, powerful answer. No. He says that leap of faith isn't a solution, it's a betrayal of the very life you're trying to give meaning to. Instead, he points to a path that's a lot harder, but a lot more honest.
That path is what he calls revolt. And to explain it, he pulls out maybe one of the most famous figures from all of mythology, Sisyphus.
So what does Camus mean by revolt? Don't picture some big protest. This is a deeply personal, internal rebellion. It's the conscious choice to live life to the absolute fullest without needing a cosmic reason or hoping for a reward in an afterlife. It's looking the meaninglessness of it all straight in the eye and choosing to live with passion anyway.
And that's where Sisyphus comes in. You probably know the myth. The gods condemned him to an eternity of completely pointless work. He has to push this giant boulder up a mountain, and just when he gets to the very top, it rolls all the way back down. Then he has to walk to the bottom and start all over again. Forever. I mean, it is the poster child for a meaningless life.
But here's the genius of Camus. He says we're focusing on the wrong part of the story. He's not interested in the struggle up the mountain. He wants us to look at the pause. That moment after the rock is rolled down, when Sisyphus is walking back to the bottom, completely, totally aware of how hopeless his situation is.
It's in that moment of clear-eyed awareness that the revolt happens. Sisyphus looks at his fate, and instead of giving up, he claims it. It's his. He realizes the gods only have power over him if he keeps hoping for something better.
By embracing the absurdity of his task, he becomes its master. The meaning isn't at the top of the mountain, it's in the effort itself. As Camus famously wrote, the struggle itself toward the heights is enough to fill a man's heart.
So, what does a guy pushing a rock up a hill have to do with us and our own lives, our own boulders? Well, this is where Camus' whole idea becomes incredibly liberating.
The universe's silence isn't a punishment, it's an invitation. It's basically a declaration of your absolute freedom. Because if there's no pre-written script, no grand cosmic purpose you're supposed to fulfill, then you get to hold the pen. You are completely free to write your own meaning, one moment at a time. And this leads to Camus's most famous, and maybe his most shocking line. Sisyphus, this symbol of complete futility, he becomes the hero. He's free because he has stared his fate in the face and refused to despair. He finds joy not at the destination, but in the journey. His happiness is in the struggle itself. And so, Camus says, one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Look, the universe might be silent, but your life isn't. Your daily routine, your job, the good moments, the tough moments, all of it, that is your rock. And the big question Camus leaves us with is this: are you going to run away from it? Or are you going to have the courage to pick it up and claim it as your own?